Hello, crafty friends. My name is Jessica, and welcome back to my channel. Today, I have the sixth installment in my color blend series, and we are featuring the trio Lemonade, Sunbeam, and Citrine. Now, these were the only yellows that Simon had in their positively saturated ink line, except for the most recent release. They did release three more yellows, which I have in the mail coming to me today. They are a more regal and buttery is one of the colors, or butter is colored yellows. So I'm really excited to see those and play with them in the future. But for today, we have Lemonade, Sunbeam, and Citrine. Now, I can't talk about ink blending without talking about paper, and I do it in every color series. This is the 130-pound Simon Says Stamp Smooth White Cardstock, and it is my absolute favorite to color blend on. You can use any smooth cardstock, but I really recommend this one or the hammer mill that individuals love for foiling, Not Your Mama's cardstock, or Bristol Smooth. I do not recommend Nina 80-pound. It just doesn't blend quite as good as you can on these smoother white surfaced cardstocks. Now, sometimes yellow can be really hard to pick up on camera, but hopefully you can see that these three colors blend beautifully. They do not all look the same, but when person, the yellow lemonade is a very beautiful light yellow, and then you move into that darker citrine as you go across. I guess my camera is picking it pretty well, but not so much now. But that's lemonade to sunbeam to citrine, our first trio. Another thing I like to talk about is my Waffle Flower Grip Mat. I absolutely love this grip mat for ink blending, and I use it whenever possible. It holds paper great. Now we're up for our panel number 2, and it's going to be Spring, Lemonade, and Watermelon. These colors are so fun, and I am so ready for spring. Is anybody else? Let's get out of this cold weather, or at least here in Michigan, and let's move into the beautiful 65, 70-degree weather. I'm ready for it. So for this trio, I did start with the yellow. I like to start with the lightest color, and with yellow being in the middle, I thought I would go ahead and start in the middle of the panel. I do this sometimes, especially when I want to save the color and ensure that I don't overblend into it using a different color. So I did a pretty thick band of the lemonade, and then I'm going in lightly with spring and watermelon. Spring is one of the lighter colors in the Positively Saturated ink line, and so it does take a little bit of extra oomph to get that color laid down, but you just go back and forth until you build it up to where you'd like it to be. I'm making sure that I go over the lemonade with both brushes. I have not had color transfer to my yellow and it be an issue. I think I show you in this video. Sometimes you can see it, but after I rub it off on a microfiber cloth or on a paper towel, I don't have any worries about contaminating it into other colors so far. So now I'm going in with watermelon and just layering that color, and I love this trio. It's giving me like Laffy Taffy or some kind of taffy or saltwater taffy. I'm thinking something with these three colors has me thinking of a very specific candy from my childhood. But after we get this on, we're going to go ahead and do a quick close up and then a cleanup and move on. So this is spring, lemonade, and watermelon. Even the names of these colors have me dreaming of warmer weather and sunshine. So now we're just going to do a quick cleanup and then move on to the third trio. I like to use my Squeaky Clean on my Waffle Flower Grip Mat. It works great and it brings a nice aroma into the craft room. So up next we have Sunbeam, Pucker, and Cherry. This is such a warm trio. You'll see that in a little bit. If there was a fire stamp in my supply cabinet, I would be stamping all the fire flames on top of this ink panel. It is so bright and vibrant and warm. So we're going to get started with Sunbeam. It's the lightest color of the two, and I'm laying it down pretty heavy because I know that Pucker and Cherry pack a punch. So we're going to go ahead and lay that down real thick. Then we're going to move into Pucker, which is a great, vibrant, bright orange. Now, I also like to talk about how I prefer to use brushes for my dye ink, and I do use the Simon Says Stamp large brushes for my ink blending panels. I also have the small and the round brushes for smaller areas. So there I was. I know I mentioned it earlier that I was showing you that the yellow brush is not getting the contamination of the colors. And if you do find that you're getting the contamination, just go ahead and rub it off and you should be good to go for the next one. I do not wash my brushes. I've never washed these brushes since buying them when they first came out. And I've only washed a brush set once, and it's because they were for my oxides. And I used them with the Distress regular ink line and my oxide line, and I found that it was getting gummy. So I recommend not mixing them. But this is Sunbeam, Pucker, and Cherry. I also like to talk about how I do like the foam blendings, but I use those with my oxides more than I do my dye inks. I do prefer brushes all around. Now we're ready for the fourth and final panel in this series, and this is going to be using Citrine, Cadette, and Violet. And this is a really fun color combo because the color in between Citrine and Cadette is really, really unique. It's been a while since I've gotten those extra colors in between two ink blendings, but you're going to see it here pretty prominently. I absolutely love the way that Citrine and Cadette work together, and you're going to see that. So I've talked about paper, I've talked about brushes. Let's talk about how I like to cover up imperfections. So sometimes when you're doing these ink blendings, you can get little white spots or maybe brush strokes and just some little things that you'd like to cover up. So my favorite technique for that is using a water splatter technique where you spritz or drop water onto the panel and then blot it off. These are water reactive inks. And so when they are coming into contact, not only with water, but just liquid, it does make the color underneath come up lighter. And so you get this really fun water droplet technique with the little bit of lightness. So it's a great way to hide those imperfections when you are ink blending. You could also use splatter of any kind of black acrylic, white acrylic, or any acrylic paint for that matter to also help hide anything that you're not happy with. But there we are. That is Citrine, Cadette, and Violet. See that lovely green that you get in between Citrine and Cadette? It is so much fun. So really we had 4 colors on this panel versus the 3 that we started out with. So I went ahead and dried these off camera just to make sure that you could see them at their final state. And to be honest, after they sat even more for even a day, they look completely different. But this is Lemonade to Sunbeam and Citrine. This is Spring, Lemonade, and Watermelon. Makes me think of summer. Let's go. And then we have Sunbeam, Pucker, and Cherry. This very warm, fire feeling panel. And we're going to finish it off with Citrine, Cadette, and Violet with that extra green in the middle. And that wraps up this video. Be sure to subscribe so that you're notified of the next one. And I appreciate you stopping by. Take care.